You don't avoid posting your photos because you don't care how you look. You avoid it because you care so deeply that you'd rather be invisible than be seen incorrectly. You've taken the photo. Let's be honest about that. You've stood in good lighting, you've found the angle, maybe you even liked what you saw for a second, and then you sat with it, stared at it, zoomed in, looked at your face the way you imagine strangers would. And somewhere between taking it and posting it, something shut down. Not confidence, not vanity, something quieter. Something that whispered, "Who are you to put yourself out there?" So you closed the app, deleted the photo, maybe saved it in a hidden folder you'll never open again. And nobody noticed, because that's the thing about people like you. You've gotten so good at disappearing that no one even questions your absence. And it's not just photos. It's the way you deflect compliments like they're accusations. Someone says, "You look great today," and your first thought isn't "thank you," it's "what did I look like yesterday?" It's the way you rehearse captions you'll never use, the way you scroll through other people's posts and feel like everyone got a manual on how to just exist publicly, without apologizing, without overthinking, without making themselves small first. You see someone post a blurry selfie with a dumb caption and get 200 likes, and you can't even post a photo you spent 40 minutes editing because it still doesn't feel enough. Not good enough. Not pretty enough. Not worth the space it would take on someone's feed. And here's what no one talks about. It's not that you have low self-esteem. You probably know you're not unattractive. You probably know logically that you look fine. But knowing and believing are two very different things. And you've been at war between those two things your entire life. So let's talk about what's actually happening. Because this isn't about social media. This was never about social media. This is about visibility. At some point, maybe early, maybe so early you don't even remember, you learned that being seen comes with a cost. Maybe you were the kid who got commented on. Your weight, your skin, your teeth, your hair. Not always cruelly. Sometimes it was jokes. Sometimes it was family. Sometimes it was a look, a comparison, a silence that said more than words. And your brain took a note. Not a conscious one, a deep one, a survival one. It said, being seen is not safe. If I'm visible, I can be judged. If I'm judged, I will not survive that feeling again. So you built a system. You made yourself easy to overlook. You became the one who takes the photo, never in it. The one who hypes everyone else up, but never themselves. The one who knows exactly how to make others feel seen, because you know how it feels to not be. And the cruel part? You don't avoid posting because you hate yourself. You avoid it because you've placed an impossible condition on your own existence, that you are only allowed to be seen once you are perfect enough not to be criticized. And since that day never comes, you stay hidden. But here's what you haven't considered. You think not posting protects you. You think staying invisible keeps you safe from judgment. But you're not avoiding judgment. You've just become the only judge. You are doing to yourself, every single day, the exact thing you're afraid someone else might do once. You look at your own face and search for flaws. You zoom in on your own skin with more cruelty than any stranger ever would. You reject yourself before the world even gets the chance to accept you. And you call that protecting yourself? That's not protection. That's a prison you built and forgot you were the one holding the key. You want to know what's really going on? You're not afraid of being ugly. You're afraid of being visible and still not enough. Because if you stay hidden, there's still hope. There's still the story you tell yourself. If I wanted to, I could. I just don't want to. But if you put yourself out there, really truly out there, and the response is silence, or worse, a confirmation of the thing you've always feared, that would make it real. And so you choose the pain you know, the quiet, private ache of being unseen over the risk of being seen and rejected. You'd rather abandon yourself than let anyone else do it. Read that again. You would rather abandon yourself than give anyone else the chance to. And you've been doing it so long you forgot it was a choice. So no, I'm not going to tell you to just post the photo. I'm not going to tell you to love yourself louder or fake confidence until it sticks. That's not how this works. But I want you to sit with something tonight. The version of you that you keep hiding, they don't need to be perfect to deserve being seen. They never did. The people who love you, they're not zooming in. They're not analyzing your angles. They're not grading you the way you grade yourself. They just want to see you. Not the perfected you, not the filtered you, just you. And maybe you're not ready for that yet. That's okay. But at least stop pretending it's because you don't care. Because the truth is, you care so much it burns. And that's not weakness. That's what happens when someone with a deep heart was taught that being seen is a risk instead of a right. It was always your right. You just weren't told that early enough.